Welcome to my channel again. Today the topic is soil erosion and soil conservation. In beginning I have told you the soil is the medium of agriculture. It's one of the most important resource which is supporting the human life. But the problem with the soil is that is soil erosion. Now the question arises कि soil erosion है क्या? It's very simple to define. When the soil means the denudation of the soil. It's the first meaning. Means the fertile soil cover removed because of the certain causes. Now see, washing down of the fertile soil cover is also called soil erosion. Removing of the soil fertility because of the human activities and some natural activities. That is also called soil erosion. In brief, we can say in very simple words, soil erosion means when destruction of the soil and the formation of the soil, the balance disturbed. Means formation of the soil is slower, but the destruction of soil is higher because of certain human activities. That is also called soil erosion. Soil erosion is causing a double loss to the land cover, double loss to the soil also. How? This balance is being disturbed. Soil is being eroded because of deforestation. One, deforestation, and second, overgrazing, mining activities, and some natural forces are also responsible for the soil destruction. The removing of the soil cover, that is called the wind, glacier, and the speed of the water. That is also removing the soil cover. Now this soil cover is being removed. The fertility of the soil is becoming less. Quality and the quantity both are being disturbed. Both are being disturbed because of these activities. Now listen, as far as the soil is concerned, when it is removing, when it's wasting its fertility, then the problem of the formation of the soil is very slow. मैंने पहले ही बता दिया है 1 inch soil cover जिससे बनने में हजारों साल लगता है, उसे डिस्ट्रक्ट होने में कुछ ही साल. So this is the major problem we are facing. Now the soil erosion is of two types. One is gullies. This is called gully erosion, and second is called sheet erosion. If we compare gully erosion और sheet erosion में क्या difference है? Gully erosion is a very deep erosion. It is because of the running water. It is erosion in the form of channels. These are very deep channels. Because of the running water, these are formed. And area which is affected by the channels, deep erosion, that area, the example is the Chambal Valley. That's the example. And area affected by the gully erosions, gullies, that is called the bad land also. It is mostly because of the running water. Erosion is very deep. So that is why it is called, and it is in the form of channels. That is what this affected land is called bad land. Now Chambal Valley is the example. On Chambal Valley, it is in Madhya Pradesh. Next is what is sheet erosion. Though sheet erosion is not very deep, when the upper cover of the soil is washed out, that is sheet erosion. It's not so deep and it's not so risky. But this sheet erosion is caused by the winds, the speed of winds. And sometimes it is because of the defective methods of farming, the sheet erosion is always there. Sheet erosion is caused because of the, sometimes I have told, the deserts which is moving ahead, it is also because of the sheet erosion. It is also the result of the sheet erosion. Sheet erosion the fertility is lost, but for a few years. It can be remade, but the Chambal Valley, that is called gully erosion, there is no treatment for that. Now the question arises, we have to save the soil. We have to conserve the soil. How we can conserve it? The answer is very simple. We have to reduce the erosion. We have to reduce the effect of erosion. We have to manage the soil against the erosion. That's the only way out. Now see, some methods are accepted. Human activities are more responsible for the soil erosion. And in human activities, the first activity is deforestation. We have to start afforestation. Afforestation, the forest will make the soil strong also and restrict the soil to be washed away. Double benefit they will provide us in saving our soil and reducing the soil erosion. The first method is afforestation. Next, I have already told the shelter belts. Shelter belts का example मैं कई बार दे चुका हूँ. This is the only way out. I have told many times. In 12th, one lesson is also there in English books. That is called creeping desert. उसमें बताया गया है कि deserts are moving ahead. Desert आगे की ओर बढ़ते आ रही है. अगर उन्हें ना रोका गया तो surrounding area of the desert is semi-desert and one day will come the semi-desert will desert and surrounding semi-desert. That deserts are moving ahead. It is converting this nearby land into the deserts. These can be stopped by the shelter belt. Shelter belt means the belt of trees in a row to surround the desert, to stop the desert in moving. This is next, wrong method of ploughing, particularly in those areas where there are slopes. The ploughing will be done in a rounded way, in a contour way. It will reduce the speed of water, speed of winds, and it will reduce the erosion also. Particularly, it is very common in the Himalayan regions, in the high regions. Next, it's a strip farming. Big fields can be surrounded by can be changed into strips, which is called strip farming. As far the strips of the grass are left between two strips. That is strip farming. What is the use of that strip? Strip will stop the force of the wind and the force of the water, and it will reduce the erosion also. Or shelter belts, I have told many times, these methods are contributing on a very large way to reducing our erosion. To reduce the erosion is the only method of the conserving the soil. And the conservation of the soil means to save the soil, to save the fertility of the soil for our future generation. It will work for us. That's all I have to tell about this chapter. That is the topic of the erosion also. But one thing I suggest you all, if there are some students, aspirants for the UPSC exam and other exams, they can take help from these videos and comment if any type of doubt and the question, immediate it will be answered by you. It will work in the junior classes in 4th, resources is a chapter, in 8th, resources is a chapter, in 10th, resources is a chapter. It will help the parents also to guide their children who are studying social sciences. I hope you will enjoy this chapter and move to another chapter next time.